So please keep on donating towards that cal level which may or may not exist. Thank you very much, codename Hawkhead, for the $15.56 donation. Had to donate during such an awesome race of an awesome game that I myself wanted to start running. Thanks for the fantastic showcase. Thank you, Anonymous, for the $10 donation. Not much, but at least it is something to help other cancer victims. My grandmother died of cancer when I was an infant, never got to know her, so I hope this money helps someone. I like charity, you're doing a nice job. Thank you, Majora Awesome, for the $50 donation. Hey, GDQ, donating to this great cause every time when it's on. Man, I can't believe it's been 3 years already since I first started watching these awesome runs. Shoutouts to all my plebs in Twitch chat. Yes, that's you. Kappa to all the runners and staff. You guys do a great job. Keep up the good work. Oh, and yeah. Remain complicit in the death of the animals in Super Metroid. Frames, people. Frames. Thank you very much, Picalax out 219 for your $10 donation. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss the yellow speedrun. Hopefully, I can catch it on YouTube later. Good luck to Gunnermaniac 3. May Bird Jesus guide him to swift victory. Also, congratulations to Ajarmar on his stellar win. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, GetCood119 for your $100 donation. Hey guys, this has been an amazing GDQ. I donated already, but I want to donate and give hype to Blecky's commentary. World record level commentary. Thank you very much, Trickster FX, for the $50 donation. Congrats on hitting the $500,000 mark. Thanks for the great work you're doing. Let's keep it going. Thank you very much, Lamira, for the $20 donation. Gotta donate for the Pokemon Glitch Exhibition, because Pokemon glitches are the best glitches. Just as a reminder, this stream is being powered by Twitch. Twitch is the world's leading social video platform and community for gamers. Each month, more than 100 million community members gather on Twitch to watch and talk about video games with more than 1.7 million broadcasters. Thank you very much to Pinball Joe. Pinball Joe has provided pinball machines for AGDQ attendees to play for free, which you can see featured on the Pinball Done Quick side stream at twitch.tv/pinballjoe. Thank you very much, Anonymous, for the $25 donation. Hello from Vegas. Is this Butters BB on the mic? It wouldn't be AGDQ without him. Every year brings a new level of dedication and detail. Love the interviews and the new interface. Love to everyone who contributes to this amazing effort, Jezroth. Well, just to answer that particular donation, yes, my name is Butters BB. However, I will actually be passing the mic off at this time to the next commentator, the next announcer, who will be Legolish. Thank you very much to everyone who's donated. Keep up the good work, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of AGDQ.
Welcome back, everybody. I am Legolish, and I will be here with you through Halo 4 and Shadow Complex. I've got $166.66 saying the Dread Thicket is now always 50% from the Zing Master. I've got $50 from Prolex Terjima saying, thanks for keeping these charitable events going, HDQ peoples. Also, the commentary and interviews from Blecky have been very good. Hope that carries on next year. Anyways, I'll put this money towards making the Bloodborne Hunter occasionally invisible during the playthrough. John Cena, 2016.
Have fun. Hello? We're live?
Tell them thanks for me. Oh, hi. I can hear myself. Okay.
Good luck and have fun.
Good luck on the run.
Okay. Yeah, give me 1 sec. Gotta get into the game first.
Should probably turn this off.
All right, 1 second.
Joker, make sure you know where everybody's sitting.
Make mental note.
Alrighty. So time can start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Heyo. So, hello everyone. I am Proacejoker. I am a Halo speedrunner. I am currently running the Halo 4s. And we're just gonna have a nice chill laid back run, do a bunch of flashy stuff, impress you all, and make you all want to play this game. So right now we're just in a cryotube. Don't know when cryotube skip is, but anyways though, so if you've never played a Halo game,
Like old times.
you know, if you don't know what Halo is, it's a first-person shooter set in the future.
We've got
And
intrusion alerts lighting up
you
on
are a
multiple
guy
things.
named Halo, obviously. No, his name's Master Chief, and he has a super suit, and you have a super cool AI, Cortana, which in this game, she goes a bit psycho. So,
4
story
years,
stuff.
7 months, 10
But
days.
anyways, though, before we get really kind of into this run, it starts off a bit slow, so I got some time to just kind of explain the overall run, explain how it compares to other games, things like that. Anyways, though, we will get a couch roll call. So as I said, I'm Proacejoker.
Be careful.
I am Blackfire Sin.
I am M_TT.
And I am Game Swag with 2 S's. And this
He'll
is
be-
Proacejoker, and he'll be explaining the entire run.
Yeah, I'll be talking a lot.
We won't be talking at all.
I don't shut up a lot, so it'll be good. I'll be non-stop talking. So, but as I said, this run starts off kind of slow. So what I just need to do is I need to. One of the things, the reason I like speedrunning is that kind of the progression of how this game speedrun progresses. It starts off where there's not a lot of tricks. There's a lot of just kind of killing enemies fast as you can, skipping enemies, skipping areas through. Nothing really cool or flashy yet. But as we ramp up later, we will be getting to the later missions. End of mission 2 is when we'll start seeing kind of one pretty cool kind of load trick that we do here. But until then, right now, as I said, we are just going to be trying to kill the enemies as fast as we can. So we got pistol as a one-shot kill, super useful. You'll be seeing me run the noob combo a lot, which is noob combo is known for killing an elite by hitting it with an overcharge of a plasma pistol. You charge up the gun, break their shield, and then you just hit them one time in the head with a precision weapon, which is like a pistol, and it will just take an elite out. So, and then other than that, where we actually get, again, if you don't know Halo at all, I'm trying to get you guys, if you have no idea how Halo 4 works or anything like that, there's 2 kinds of enemies in this game. There are the Covenant and then the Forerunners. The Forerunners we will start seeing on the 3rd level. So for now we just have Covenant, which is, all of them are kind of broken up into paces of, or different enemy types. They kind of have minor enemies that are grunts and whatnot, which is the small guys who run around who are really cute. Those grunts. And then they got a captain who's an elite, and a lot of times, well actually you'll see it a bit used in the run, that we will basically kill an elite to, and it causes the grunts, that they're basically programmed to have different states where, you know, a lot of times they'll be shooting you, but if you kill their leader, they start kind of freaking out, and sometimes they'll turn into suicide grunts where they pop up 2 plasma pistols and just charge, or 2 plasma grenades and charge you, or they just kind of run away and frighten. So makes it easier, and we'll be seeing that to kind of help us sometimes just completely skip certain areas. So But that's kind of just the first part of this run, is just running through a lot of the stuff. You'll see some weapons might die there. Yep. So there's definitely, by the way, didn't mention it, we are playing on Legendary, which is, other than turning skulls on, is the hardest difficulty, so you're probably going to see a few deaths here and there. There are, I would like to say that there is no deathless runs of this game, but that is untrue. Wow. The current world record holder is, his name's Corey. He has a 1 hour and 29 minute Halo 4 Legendary run, and it was a really insane run that he just ended up having really good luck and good execution and pretty much good everything. So he ends up getting kind of the first deathless Halo Legendary run that's ever kind of been there. It's a little bit up in the air. There was one revert in it, but here are the beautiful little suicide grunts. Oh no. This is going to end very badly for me. Oh, good luck to start off this run.
Beautiful. You gotta get all the bad RNG out of the way.
Yeah, get all the bad RNG right at the start. So this is actually one of the actual tougher missions. Reason being is because there aren't a lot of tricks and glitches that we can do. So we are just basically kind of running through the game normally. You know, playing games normally, right? Who really wants to do that anyways? So we basically just are just trying to do as fast as we can, but trying to pull out as much checkpoints and as smooth as we can. But sometimes it's just don't get the right enemy. So enemies enemies are very random in this game. It's one of the things that makes the game a little bit difficult to run, is that enemies can do a variety of different things and kind of an endless amount of possible situations where sometimes they'll overcharge you, sometimes they'll charge you, sometimes they'll melee you, sometimes they'll, whatever it is, they'll hide, things like that. So
The auxiliary launch station should be to your left, out of the airlocks.
So, and currently my estimate is set at a 140. About an average run for me is about a 135. So, should be okay here. And I've been doing practice runs all day, so hopefully that's paid off. And I didn't use all my good luck in my practice runs. So, so I explained before I mentioned there are some weapons that I'll be describing. This is one of them. This is a really fun weapon to use for speedruns. So basically, it's a gun that shoots these explosive bursts of bullets. And it has a concussive force that pushes enemies away, but it also pushes you backwards. So we can use it to do kind of trick jumps and other things to get into areas that you're normally not supposed to and do a lot of skips. One of the big highlights for Halo 4 speedruns is that there's a lot of enemy despawns. So in quite a few games, you'll see certain times where you run through an area and there is no enemies whatsoever, and that's because it's really just a lot of times we do a trick or a path that basically avoids load zones, which is a huge part of this run. As I said, you'll see the first one of those at the end of the next level, and then it kind of just ramps up from there. So the first two levels are some of my least favorite levels in this game because you gotta play them normally. So, but for now,
Where are the closest escape?
right now, so again, maybe jumping a bit of the story of this game is basically this is a continuation off Halo 3 where you were orbiting around a mysterious planet and you were trapped in a ship that broke off through slipspace. And so Chief is now trying to basically find a way to get off the ship because everything's everywhere and exploding on you, as you can see. And then it will, but then we will be pulled into the super scary planet that ends up being made by Forerunners and is Forerunner prison, and then bad guy, you accidentally free the bad man called the Didact, and he tries to destroy all of everything. Well, all of humanity, like most dire situation games. End result is always to destroy humanity. So, anyways, though, that's actually the end of the first level. It was a bit rough. Also, I'll I'll be honest, bit rough of a start, but we can easily bring back and have, again, be super flashy with everything. So, but right now it's just a video, basically, cinematic cutscene, and we're just chilling out. So now, I'll describe some of the things that I have on the screen. So I am actually playing on the Xbox One. I am playing the Master Chief Collection. One of the reasons we do that is it is actually faster to it's actually faster to play on MCC because load times are faster in Halo 4. The other games is Halo 1, 2, and 3 are a little bit not so much, but Halo 4 has much faster load times, and also weirdly the change to 60 frames a second has actually caused some weird enemy disturbances. One of the things is that that enemy that I got the concussion rifle off of, the blast of that I could like push myself around with, that enemy, he was actually one of the hardest enemies to get past on 360 because he would immediately charge out of that room that I killed him in, and he would try and just melee my face off. So.
I'll try to triangulate.
But this time he kind of just freaks out and just kind of sits there and lets us just. He kind of just doesn't do anything. So he's just gonna let us just backsmack him right in the back. So. Anyways, though, this is one of the things. There'll be some vehicle driving in the game. Vehicles are obviously faster, but the next part you'll for kind of the run you'll see is I have timing on. Basically, that helps, one, me judge where I am in just a run in general, and two, the second part is, if you've noticed on the left side of the screen, whenever I kill enemies, I get a lot of pop-ups. I get medals, basically, that really are, they're made for multiplayer, but I personally like using it because it helps basically confirm kills for me. I can tell when I kill an enemy. There's a few times where enemies just decide to, you kill one and then it kind of just sits up and it looks like you didn't actually kill it. So it's better. I know it can be a bit annoying to look at. There's a few things that looking at this game can get a bit I'll explain the whole, you've been seeing me punch a lot. I'll explain that in a little bit here. I'm actually going to get to one of the most likely death parts of the game. So as soon as I jump out of this, we have one of the areas that pretty likely to have 1 or 2 deaths. They're really quick though. Checkpoints are pretty nice, or you're just going to get shut down by a plasma pistol, which is also not helpful. So let's see. All right, snipers. Yep.
Wow.
So the reason why is basically I'm skipping just this entire area, and there's a whole lot of enemies. There's ones, man, this grunt. He really likes, he really wants me to just chill with him for a while.
Hero grunt.
Yeah, give that grunt a medal, man. Definitely deserves a medal of accommodation for amount of times taking out the chief. That's most likely another death. Yeah, getting up to that area is with very low shields is rough. So, all right, this guy, we'll just decide to run over him instead, so he doesn't bug us. There's the checkpoint I was looking for. There we go.
At least you got a checkpoint.
Yeah, at least we got the checkpoint, so.
I've got a $50 donation from Elbun saying, "Hey all, I can only give $50 this year, but I have to give something. Shout out to the amazing commentary and unseen volunteers. Put this towards the choice of the volunteer closest to the announcer." And I guess at this point that would be me, Proacejoker. What's your choice?
You have a plan for that.
Cal level.
We could always
Cal level.
ask nicely.
Asking's not my
Unseen
strong suit.
commentators? Can they not see us? Did you say unseen commentators?
No, you said volunteers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, volunteers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those guys
Okay.
over there.
Yeah,
Big
that
shout
one-
out to those guys.
Shoutouts.
And those
Yeah,
guys.
dude, shout out to all of it. They've been working
those
so
guys,
hard
just
in the
those
background here. They've been doing a fantastic job, and it's awesome to be a part of all this. So,
That elite dropped his camo module. Let's have a look. I'll run a soft patch to it from the suit. Never know what might come in handy.
so we're just gonna push in here. This is probably
There's
a
that
quick time
phantom
to
signal again.
explain. So you see me. I'm gonna be doing one of the big tricks in this game
heard
is a
something
movement
that
tech. It's called muscle running, which I just coined because, I don't know, I'm bad at coming up with names, and I just decided Chief punching the air constantly was him trying to show off his strong muscles. So that's what we coined it as. But basically, the quick answer that is very easy to understand is me doing it gives me unlimited sprint. You don't actually have unlimited sprint in this game. So me doing that will actually give me unlimited sprint. So we'll use that a lot. Basically, every time I punch the air 3 times, if done correctly, there's if I run into something, it's going to slow me down, obviously, things like that. But if done correctly, it saves 1 second for every 3 punches, which in a run like this adds up after a while. So,
I'm detecting power fluctuations. In
but
several
basically, the
locations.
complicated
I'll put them
answer,
up for you.
really quick here, I'm going to actually
Hopefully
skip
we can find
activating this
some way
light
to get this
bridge,
cartographer back online.
because we don't need to. But the quick answer, the complicated answer is I'm probably gonna get,
Energy is actually
my
a
brain's gonna go
ferroelectric data field.
mold because I'm gonna need to
Your shields are
kill
just tight
a bunch
in
of
response
dudes here.
to the chamber's
So,
charge.
Will this bring the cartographer back online?
That's what we're here
alright,
for.
let's get this
Partially.
checkpoint.
Blackfire, would you like
This
to
type
explain
of
Would you
muscle
like to
running?
explain it?
System
I will,
usually
yes.
works in parallel.
When you're charged or when you're
We'll have to
sprinting in this
locate its
game,
twin.
there's an invisible meter that's ticking down. But when you melee, it stops that timer. But if you're in the air when you do that, you can keep the sprint's momentum, but it starts recharging the sprint again. So you can just keep sprinting as soon as you hit the ground.
Thank you. Excellent work.
Good job.
Thanks for that.
So,
You're welcome.
We made a mistake here, and there were 2 jackals, guys with shields that I had to take down. I took out the wrong one. The other one has a needler, which basically are just like pink, super cool weapon. It's one of my favorite weapons in just all of gaming. But basically, it's got these pink crystals that just track you. And in this game, it only takes 6 of them to hit you to take you down. And they shoot typically a burst of 4. So basically, they shoot twice and they'll take me out. So.
We can't give the Covenant
hello?
access to the cartographer. Clear
Thank you
them
for
out.
killing that one.
Thank goodness. I was real worried there.
That's it. Now quick, to the cartographer.
I've got a $50 from Mysterious Rose saying, DS Dad, we love you.
Let's get to that
Put it
terminus
towards
and find
reader
Infinity.
choice. And that's going to be running as Link in Mario Kart 8.
Not much.
Because
She was
I
supposed
have
to be
my
massive,
reasons.
but the project was only in prototype when we left.
I've got $20 from Hirjan that says, good luck, Joker. Run like you're a tourist on Australia.
Do tourists run a lot in Australia? I don't know this.
There's a lot of ground to cover.
Oh, got it.
Did I constantly trip and fall?
Alright, I was hoping to grab a checkpoint there, but that jackal decided to go hiding on me. So we'll have to see if we can pull one here.
Nice shot.
Yeah, we'll see if we can pull one right there. There it is. So you'll see me try and get a few of those here and there, where a little bit safer for the marathon, where I just decide to try and sit back and wait for a checkpoint rather than just run for it. Ooh! Ooh! Ooh, hype! Hype! Oh no! Not hype! If this guy kills me. Oh, not hype.
Chief,
Alright, basically, I got a concussion rifle early. There's one I'm supposed to get later, but I just happened that there's a guy that normally we try and block in with the Banshee. He ended up coming out, so I ended up splattering him, and now I got it early, which allows me to actually skip deload here. So I was gonna, well, I mean, this is a partial deload where there's a bunch of enemies here, and I could deload all these enemies. But basically, instead, what I'm gonna do, actually, no, I'm not, I lie, because of my health amount, I'm actually just gonna go in here. basically I just come in here and it will just, all the guys over on the other side are just gonna despawn. So all those enemies that were like over there are all gone now. So, and that was the concussion rifle you would normally grab, but no longer there. So no longer needed it. So, and then we're actually gonna do a jump here where normally you're supposed to run through the building that I did the despawn in and run up here, and a bunch of enemies will spawn, including 2 big blue guys called hunters. They always come in pairs. They got a giant cannon. But because we don't actually hit the right triggers, they just don't even spawn in, which just allows us to completely skip the area. And you'll see that a few times. There's a total of 4 hunters in this in this game entirety. There might be more, but I'm forgetting them. There's only 4 that you could potentially run into that I remember, and you only do 2 of them in the speedrun because you despawn. You don't even spawn in the other 2, and the 2 that you have to kill, you have either a weapon that can just insta-kill one of the hunters, or you have a giant tank. So they're not too difficult to deal with. So I just like throwing that nade to get it out of my inventory, actually. I throw it through because I just like showing that off a bit, but I have a tendency to, I'm going to do a little nade jump to try and activate the final cutscene here a little bit early. I've had a tendency to stick myself with the grenade, which does not end very well for me. So
I've got a $20 donation from Awesome Sauce 27 that says, Joker, it's great to finally see you at AGDQ. Congrats on making it, man. Good luck. Thanks for the win.
Thank you, Awesome Sauce.
What were those things?
Some sort of advanced defense AI.
All right, so this is when we're going to start seeing some tricks. We are actually going to, right at the start of this mission, right when our first encounter, we'll play it safe a bit and kill all the crawlers, but if you played this mission, this is when they introduce Forerunners, the Prometheans, where there are 3 variety of Prometheans. There are Watchers, Knights, and Crawlers. Crawlers would be the equivalent to excuse me.
Hope you don't mind.
Equivalent to grunts, sort of. There's a lot more of them. Those are Crawlers. And then Knights are these big old brooding scary dudes with swords. Best way to kill those guys is honestly either have a really big gun or hit them in the back, which is an instant death for them. So for pretty much all enemies in this game is an instant death. So hey, if you can melee them in the back, nice. So, but instead of hitting this light bridge, we're supposed to activate a bridge here and go across. We're instead, this guy might mess with my jump. I'll talk about that feature in a second as well. Accidentally bonked a bit there. But anyways, so basically, we're gonna actually jump on top of this area. And I bonked again. Good play, man. It's a pretty difficult jump. It doesn't look as hard as you think, but you actually need to like slide off the edge and hit a jump at the same time, which can be a bit rough to do. But anyways, we are actually now out of the map, and we are just gonna do a little bit of hardcore parkour.
See that
jump
mountain?
across
You
the
can climb
rocks.
it.
Yeah, you can just climb over these, and this skips the first encounter with a knight, and then a little section where you have to fight a knight and some crawlers, which it saves about a minute 30 seconds or so on legendary, because those enemies can be a bit rough. You need to try and take out all the crawlers and backsmack the knight, which sometimes enemies. One of the things we take advantage of this game is scripts. There's a lot of enemies who are kind of on this scripted path where they will always go the same way, always go the same direction. But in Halo, they also have a tendency to kind of just break those scripts, and just depending on where Chief is, sometimes they'll just decide that they don't want to do what they're normally supposed to, and they just do whatever it else is, which usually ends up messing you up a bit. So, anyways, though, second part, as you saw, I just ran through. Because I did the out of bounds area, they also just despawned all of the enemies. So. Now, this next part, we will see how this goes. Ooh, already out of sprint. Mess up my sprinting. So, we are going to try and get some stylish grenades, basically. we're just gonna, there's a checkpoint, which is nice, but we're gonna try and do
That's
some
the target, but it looks like
pro
the
grenades,
entrance
which that one got in, but it sadly just didn't destroy it, so I just need to pop a few shots in there.
Well done, Chief. On to go.
Oh, I'm... Alright. So this is an armor ability. You won't see much use of it, because normally you don't need to use them, but decided that was a necessary thing, so... If we see that white flash, means I got the other one. I had to basically destroy these power cores, these circular power cores. And I tried to basically throw 2 perfect nades to get it inside the doorway where they go in and just blow it up directly. So, but yeah, you won't see too many armor abilities throughout the run. The only ones that's useful is a thruster pack and jetpack, which you'll see in the later missions. But like, this is a hard light shield. It just protects you from the front, so little, random situation where I'm really close to death, I pop one of those up just to hope they don't shoot around me or something. So
I'll keep trying to warn them. You just get that beam
I have
down.
$968.74 from Commander CH.
Wow.
That says, that weird donation amount
yeah.
comes from transferring CHF into US dollars. Therefore, greetings from Switzerland and hello
The signal
everyone,
from the relay is
as
starting to clear up.
I'm greeting the Payday 2 community. If anyone out there is currently watching HQ, and I've been a huge fan of Bungie's produced Halo games, but didn't get along with
There's still too much
343 Industries
interference to
produced
warn you.
ones. Anyways,
We've got to disable that
I've
other
played
beam
along
before they're pulled in like we
in
were.
Halo 4 on my own, and I'm still interested in how the speedrun is going to end up, since I've never seen one before.
And yet,
This is my first time I could watch GDQ live, and therefore this is my
heading to
first
the second
donation.
pylon as well.
The donation amount was gathered by my fans and something of my own. Good luck to
sounds
the
like
runner and everyone at
Prometheans don't want the Covenant here
HGDQ.
either.
Hopefully we can hear some hype here in the ongoing
Reports of
GDQ live
resistance all
event.
around the pylon.
Donation goes to Runner's Choice.
Are there any games? I don't know what's up. Are there any games that haven't met donations yet? Which one? Sure.
Cal Level's the first one that hasn't been met.
All right, so I missed a jump, which is this is a good time to explain one of the features in this game. So one of the features in this game, nice, got it. This is Quake board, saves like 2 seconds, but it looks cool. So really, I'll explain that really quick. But basically, you saw me jump out of one ghost and into another. Reason being is I don't actually have control of the ghosts. They're scripted to go a certain distance. If you're paying attention, it's too late now, but they basically twitch a little bit. That's when you actually have access to be able to drive it. So basically, I just jump out of the one that's facing the wrong way and into the one that's facing the right way. So no other real reason other than that. So I tried to make a jump there and I missed it. The reason being is there's a feature in this game that basically to help balance how sprint works is, all right, we're just gonna do a quick revert. That's not gonna end well. So, but I'll explain that later when I get a chance, because I gotta explain what I'm doing right now. Is basically this is another area where you gotta destroy a bunch of power cores. We don't want to do that. It's really actually kind of risky. It's tough, things like that. So, all right, we are gonna take a bit of a risk here. Should be okay. But basically, we are now out of bounds again. It's kind of obvious. You'll see. There's no collision on this, so let's just fly right through. Whatever. So how that works is there's 2 invisible barriers you have to get over. There's one that you have to go over the top of, and then they put another one thinking that it would stop them, like, oh, you tried to go over the barrier? We blocked you. But then you just go underneath the other one. So good barriers. You'll see a lot of barrier skips. They typically use only probably a single line wall of collision to kind of stop you from going places.
Once we're on the satellite,
So you can bypass quite a few of them. So
Covenant are moving towards the relay too.
This doesn't make any sense. Why
but
would they
now
set
I'll
up a
explain.
broadcast
So
relay?
the running balance that I was trying to talk about earlier. Basically, how it works is whenever if you are sprinting and you are getting shot by anything, doesn't matter what weapon, enemy, whatever it is, if you get hit by anything, your sprint speed goes down to basically walking speed. So you're still using up your sprint, but useless if you're getting shot at. So, all right.
I have $50 from DeathScythe92 that says, "Good luck, Joker. You'll need to bless the run for a good time. I'll double this donation if anyone can at least hum Africa by Toto."
I bless the rains down in Africa. Is that good enough? Good enough? Sing, beautiful
good.
sing, right? There you go.
Was my voice not good enough?
Your hum was beautiful, and it inspired me to continue. There you go.
It was a thing of glory.
So there's actually two paths we could take there. There's a left path and a right path. Left path is easier. You don't. There's less enemies, less things you have to worry about. I didn't get checkpoints exactly where I would have liked, so I played it a bit safer there. But yeah. All right. We are going to enter a bit of a Halo staple, I think. If anyone plays the other games, a lot of people love those Endgame Warthog mission runs where you're racing against the time. Well, we have that here, but it's in the third mission and with a ghost. So I think they decided this was 343, so Bungie gave this over to Microsoft, so Bungie could start working on Destiny, and or they'd already been working, but continue, put all their stuff to it, all their efforts into that, and so Microsoft took over making Halo, and it was given to 343 Industries, which is part of Microsoft. So this is their first game that they made without Bungie's help, and let's just start the chat war. Obviously, Halo 4 is the best Halo game ever, so, there's that. All right, let's go for a swag jump. We'll cost the 2 seconds. Get a little jump in there. If only I could do 360s and goes. Pull all the 360s off. Anyway, so this is probably a good time for a few more donations, actually.
I've got a $90.01 from Alden saying, "I wish I could actually donate over $9,000, all towards killing the animals. Frames need saving too." I've got a $20 donation from Tyler saying, "My mother is a cancer survivor. However, my grandmother was unable to survive her battle. Growing up as a kid with video games was always a place that I could lose myself in, and I find it amazing that what you guys do with your outstanding talents. Take care and know that you are helping people." I've got a $100 anonymous donation that says, "My grandmother and great uncle recently died of cancer. I hope this donation helps so that no other families must feel the pain from the loss of cancer."
You get time for probably one more.
Cancer sucks. It's terrible.
Yes, it does.
I've got a $50 anonymous donation that says, "Moo, moo, 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 moo."
Who could it be?
Moo.
All right, so we are on the 4th mission now, out of 8 missions. So we've blazed through the first 2. That mission went really well. I didn't actually see what the time was. It was 11 something or rather, which is pretty good. That's a good forerunner. So this mission is Infinity. Now this is a really long mission. It's so long that, at the beginning of every level in this game, they give you a different set of weapons, so you can't transfer weapons over from one level to the next. This level is so long that they give you that halfway through the level. They decide not to split this level up. So I break this mission down in 4 parts. We're gonna skip 2 complete quarters, and I promise you, this mission is still gonna take around 16, 17 minutes. And I'm skipping 2 entire parts. So that can kind of tell you how long this mission is. But basically, we're going to start out by Chief's going to... Turns out Chief hasn't evolved, and he's become an ape again. So we're just going to climb some trees. Some tree hype, and jumping through darkness to get over This is another one of those load zones that we are skipping. And it will just, all the enemies for the rest of this part are just completely gone. This is an area where you're supposed to get an armor ability that basically lets you see through objects. And you're supposed to be able to, it's supposed to help you take down a bunch of crawlers and enemies that will basically insta-kill you. And then it leads to this area, which is just even more people you need to take down. So before, I think that was one of the runners who haven't seen him in a while, but I believe he's actually commentating for the French restream. So shoutouts to Tim Button. He found a lot of really big tricks that have made this game really nice. This was before he found the tree skip or whoever found it.
But where's whoever it belongs to?
This was probably the hardest part in a Halo 4 speedrun. So, but now we're just gonna chill out. We'll light off some fireworks of grenades, and we're just chilling out for a second. So,
Chief, they're friendlies.
I've got $300 from Echan saying, thanks to all the GDQ crew, runners and fans for making this happen every year for such a good cause. My best friend's father passed away from multiple cancers before Thanksgiving. Early detection could have saved him. Please, people, get tested. I know it's scary, but ignorance is not bliss. Rest in peace, Gary. I'll keep an eye on Alex for you. I've got a $20 donation from Insane Paco Taco saying, Joker, glad to see you at AGDQ. Needs more platypus.
thank you, Paco Taco.
Chief, it's Lasky. We're getting reports of friendlies pinned down near your position. Can you assist?
So this is an area that is probably one of my least favorite parts of this whole game. We just basically have to do a hold off for this, and we're just basically going to sit around and protect a doorway so that our slowly going insane AI can help us open the door. And it's someone has been testing this extensively recently, trying to find a skip. So hopefully they find one soon. Oh, don't kill my friends. I like my friends. Okay. Alright. Alright, so we saved 3. So because we saved 3 Marines, I am going to attempt to basically do a faster strat here. Where, so there's 2 ways to do this area. There's kind of a slower way, but a way more reliable way. That we're gonna backsmack a whole bunch of knights just in a row. The knights are scripted to spawn in specific locations, so we would just backsmack each one as they come up. But instead, because we saved enough teammates, hopefully what will end up happening is they will actually jump on a bunch of the turrets up there and help kill the knights so that they do all the work for me. When I will just quickly spawn kill a bunch of crawlers down here. So, if not, I did kind of make up a little backup that even if I do this, I can still, even if it doesn't work out, which from what I'm hearing, I'm not so sure. All right, so half worked out. I saved 3 guys. You can do it with 2, but I guess only one of them decided to really help me there. But ended up working out just fine. So, but yeah, there's those knights can teleport, can be very, very annoying. You just like are shooting at them and then they just teleport away. They can do whatever they want. Not fun. Because then they just pretty much instantly recharge their shields that they got. So, but when teleporting, you can't backsmack a knight while it's like phasing into existence again. But spawning ones, there's some that you can, some that you can't, that you can just kill straight off before they even spawn. So, but this area, as I said, we're just doing a little bit of a holdout area, where basically we just want to take out as many guys as fast as we can. So I haven't really talked about those guys, the flying circular not so great guy. He basically has the... Basically, they're just the annoying enemy of this, where they're kind of just there to create a lot of problems, where when you shoot at... So they can... when you gotta kill them first, because when killing one of the knights or crawlers, they'll just... That hard light shield that I had, they'll just put up a shield over their enemies and protect their enemies so that you can't hurt them. Hello, let's not do that to me. Or they also have the ability to basically spawn new enemies in and also revive knights that have died. So, and then when you shoot at them, they just get scared and start running away. So they're just there to really just be a nuisance. So, like every enemy in the game, every enemy's just a nuisance. Like this game, if this game just had no enemies in it, I think speedrun would be so much easier. So much easier.
That fight went so well that I have a $500 donation from C-Note with no comment.
Nice. Yeah. Ooh. I have no ammo. See what I mean? He's just like, nope, I'm out. Nice. He even did that during his grenade animation. One of the things in Halo games that changed in Halo 5 is basically animation is almost prioritized over anything. So typically you can use it to clip through walls and things like that, jumping out of vehicles to like put yourself through a wall in the animation, and you'll see it later on. So I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, but same thing happens with enemies, where like even if enemies want to teleport away or try and run away, if they're throwing a grenade or something, they'll usually maintain that grenade throwing animation. So, alright, so we just went through 2 parts of it. That was the second part. We're only halfway through this mission. And as I said, I swear, it's much longer and much more brutal than it looks, because we're skipping the annoying parts. But this is another part that I like to call, you can combine the next 2 parts into one, really. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to jump up into this area, and it's technically out of bounds, but weird, it's kind of depends on how you describe out of bounds. Nice. But basically by doing that we skip a load zone, so these are supposed to have like turrets, they're supposed to be tanks, ghosts, vehicles, explosions everywhere. We don't have to deal with any of that, so. But yeah, so and this will allow us to basically skip the 3rd quarter of this mission. So, but I got a quick drive to do, so probably good time for 1 donation, probably. So.
I have a $100 donation from Ellie saying, "Shut up and take my money. Actually, don't shut up, commentary, jokes, and announcers are the best part of GDQ. But still take my money and put it towards Brunny's choice." Which I think the next run is Pokemon Blue glitch incentive.
Well, we'll put it towards that. Yeah, I like that. It's a glitch exhibition, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like glitches. It's one of the reasons I chose Halo 4 is it's just flashier. I get to show off a bit more. So I really like games that have a lot of glitches. Love them for speedruns. So I do. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do that actually later once this level's over. One of the reasons I chose this game. Oh, these are the 2 big blue dudes I was talking about. Big blue scary guys that I have a tank for. So they're not so scary. Anyways, though, let's kill him. So one of the things is I actually play all of the FPS Halo games. Ooh, did I get that? I just realized I don't think I paid attention. Oh, I got it. Okay. So I actually reverted there. There's a dialogue skip. It's weird. So you have that guy who you saw his face there. He's not a fun guy. Ooh, and I got the door clip. Awesome. So we get to grab these a bit early. Yay. But basically, it's a little dialogue skip that I can just by reverting the checkpoint there after he starts talking, it just it allows me to enter this room a bit earlier. And I also clip through the door, which will allow me to just grab the rockets early. That was more just show off a bit.
The hatch to the
So-
maintenance causeway is jammed.
But yeah, I play all the FPS Halos. I gotta say FPS Halos because Halo Wars and all that, Spartan Assault and all those other games, I don't run. Maybe some people can convince me to do it at some point. But yeah, so I currently, Halo 4 is what I started running on, and then once MCC came out, I started running all of the Halo games. And then, honestly, after this event, I'm not the current world record holder of this. I'm about a minute off world record from a deathless run, which I'm super jealous of. But after this, I think I will actually be doing a lot of Halo 5 stuff. So, but I do all of the games pretty regularly on my channel, going from them channel shout-out strats, right? So, but if you're interested in watching Halo games, if you're interested in just watching Halo runs in general, and you don't like that I don't stop talking, there's a lot of Halo runs, Halo runners on a beautiful website. So shout out to a beautiful website that is called HaloRuns.com. Yes, someone did say HaloRuns.com, and
It's true, I heard it.
Yeah, I heard you.
I'm pretty sure I heard
Said
it.
Halo runs? Love Halo runs.
It's all right.
But yeah, so and that's the area that if you go to Speedruns Live, the Halo runners are too lazy to update the times on Speedruns Live. So we have our own little website that has all the records and stuff that there's recently been a lot of records changing hands. It's really cool to see. So yeah, shout out to
We're on it,
HaloRuns.com.
Commander. Cortana out.
Oh.
I see the jammers. 3 of them. Shoot them down.
Alright, so this area, we just gotta snipe 2 of these, and we're gonna do a strat
First jammer
that
disabled.
is just hide like a coward in the corner. It's a really great strat. I just get a hide from all the enemies, and you know, a lot of people think it's faster to kill everything. What's cool about this strat is it actually, there's an actual reason I'm gonna go hide in the corner. One, because I don't have to deal with dying. I'm less likely to obviously need to revert the checkpoint, but it's also going to actually allow me to skip a bunch of waves of enemies, which is super cool. So this Banshee might decide to be a not so great person. It's gonna be a banana. Yeah, dude's being a banana. Alright. Shoutouts to bananas.
I've got $117 from the Blaze JP who's saying,
Hey,
"Hey Joker
Blaze.
and Couch Dudes, best of luck from all the Halo Runs community. Show everyone those awesome Halo 4 glitches. Platypus."
Shout out to
Yeah,
Blaze.
shout out to Blaze JP. He's the guy who did Halo 3 at SGDQ. So,
Few more minutes.
good run there. Alright, so, anyways, hiding here, you'll see that these lights all start freaking out. But these 2 right here, they're coming in to drop in more enemies. And they're coming in at the same time. They just pop out of existence.
Oh, see ya.
They're just like, oh, they're gone. Alright, see you later. So, yeah. Saves a good way. There's like 5 waves here. I haven't done this area regularly in so long. I think it's 5 waves. So, and it cuts it down to about 3 waves. So, alright. Let's not deal with you. So, I'm pretty much done with this area now, but there's this small chance that one of these enemies, I gotta clean up the rest of these guys, and small chance that they just decide to blast into me a whole bunch right as I jump out of my super overpowered vehicle. This is a Mantis, by the way. I didn't really explain it, but it's a new vehicle that they introduced in Halo 4. It's pretty cool.
Looks
So-
like it's from the Matrix.
Is it in 5?
Halo 5 does have Mantises, yeah. Cool. But now we're just gonna hide in here, turn everything to shiny colors. And I'm gonna take a sip of soda.
I've got $20 that says, "Hi Joker, you don't know me, but it's Game Swag." With 2 S's behind you in a pink hat. I'm hyped for this world record run. Good luck, Platypus.
Del Rio to infinity, all hands.
How did you do that?
Magic. Don't even worry about it.
Wow.
Section heads
Alright, so this was actually a really good Infinity for me. Usually, that was a sub 1530 Infinity. It's one of the, that's like that's an excellent Infinity. Usually, an average Infinity is about 16 minute to 1630. So, Now, this is probably everyone's favorite level to watch. People, if running it, it's not my favorite because I've done it so much. But for viewers, people love it. If you played this game before, you know this level. If you know this level, you have to basically ride in a giant vehicle for about 80% of this mission.
Well,
We are going to skip
someone's
all of that.
overcompensating.
So first off, there's going to be, I'm going to be talking a lot here, really quick, trying to explain a whole lot of things. So just, you know, again, bear with me here. So first off, what we're going to start is we're going to jump over this rock. So the Mammoth is actually a necessary vehicle that you have to have in the level, or you can't actually complete the level. I say this because there's a way I can accidentally deload the Mammoth, and that will actually soft lock the game. So I'm going to do a bunch of things to make sure I don't get that. But anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to get in here. But we run around the rock. We're supposed to go up to the Mammoth and talk to this guy right here. Talk to him for about 2 minutes. But by running forward, the Mammoth just needs to catch up to you, so it just skips all that and just starts moving it. And this makes running individual levels, so there's records for full game, which is what I'm doing now, and running each level just by itself. The main thing that comes down to running this IL is the randomness of this vehicle here. It's this giant vehicle with a giant cannon. It's called a Mammoth, and you basically want it to continue moving. Standing inside the Mammoth, it will sometimes read that you're outside the Mammoth, and whenever you're outside the Mammoth near it, it'll try and slow down to try and pick you up, basically. It'll basically letting you to actually jump aboard. So you have to be careful on where you walk. Otherwise, that's going to happen. Anyways, though, we're going to get all the way here, and then this is going to start slowing down, so we're just gonna jump off. If you saw, I picked up a pistol, a jetpack, and a rocket launcher. The pistol is because the muscle running that I talked about earlier for the infinite sprint, I just like how it looks better with the pistol better. There's no real other reason than that. The rockets will come into play later, and then jetpack, don't give speedrunners jetpacks. That's a terrible idea. In a game game that's supposed to be only really one level, you just give them now the y-axis to play around with, and they're gonna find things to. It's not as the vertical gameplay is really good. So I actually hit something right there. It's hard to tell. So you can actually go there's a running against rocks. Just slamming your face against rocks gives you more height in this game. So with the jetpack, basically what it is when you run against a wall or something, a slanted wall, it tries to push you upwards, which then you jump and activate the jetpack, and it will just add velocity to the jetpack, so you can actually go higher. Now, what I did is I picked up a target designator, and point of this mission is we need to do this, and there's these giant cannons that you saw me target earlier. We need to destroy all those, and we need the target designator and the Mammoth to destroy it. I target designate it, and then the Mammoth will blow up the giant turret. So, now I did not get the despawn, most likely. We'll see. So doing that jump there is where the despawn can happen, but I went slow enough. You basically get punished for going too fast. And if you go too fast, the Mammoth doesn't get to a point where it's actually technically in the area, so it's in an area that gets deloaded pretty much, and the Mammoth just deloads along with everything else, which can soft lock the game, and that would be an instant run kill. Because I won't know that it gets deloaded until another minute and a half here. So, and I'd have to go all the way back to the beginning of the mission to fix it. So, because I've gotten multiple checkpoints. So,
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen then.
yeah, I did it in a way that should pretty much not happen. So, this is why I'm talking about animation. Yeah, we're just gonna clip right through the wall. Walls don't really exist. The Covenant are terrible at creating invisible. Apparently, just random invisible barriers are better than what the Covenant make.
Walls are suggestions.
Yeah, they're just suggestions. So, but as in depth for that is basically just the game prioritizes animation over everything. So you can jump out of vehicles, and if your animation takes you through something, you can clip through objects. Most objects, I can't just clip through every rock or whatever it is, because a lot of times they're solid collision balls instead of that wall I just clipped through, which is just like a single line of collision that I can just phase through pretty much. So anyways, though, second cannon's up here. We're going to do something. So this is an area that you're supposed to fight a whole bunch of tanks. As I said, you're supposed to just do this entire area with like the target designator, lots of tanks, rockets, whatever you got. But instead, there's a giant vehicle called a Lich that I'm going to need to get into. Now the vehicle's so big that they don't want to load it, so they just hide it back here. They just put it right here to hide. And this is like the equivalent of a Scarab in Halo 3, where basically you have to blow up the center, and I can blow it up by just shooting a rocket on the outside of it. That's why I have the rockets. So yeah, they just kind of save it right there. So we can just jump onto it and basically kill it early, get a quick kill on it. But then we set up a ghost in a way that we can just put it, and there may be a wraith, but we can just go for it. Now there's an invisible wall, so I have to actually deload the wall, but the Lich needs to deload first. So by looking at it, actually, if I don't look at the Lich, it will actually take longer to deload. It needs to be in frame at a certain point to actually hit the deload. So, but now we're going to do a super stylish jump here, where we're just going to jump all the way over here. Just the reason we're not taking the ghost, we could just go around. If you saw, I did a jump over a river earlier with a ghost where I was talking about the deload. Basically, the explanation for the rivers in this game, Chief can't swim in water, so the explanation that they gave in this game is apparently the water is moving so fast that it'll just kill you. The river is just too strong for Chief. So,
at least they tried to explain it.
Exactly. But there are 5 rivers there, so jumping over all 5 rivers on flat surface is not exactly something you can do. And even if you do, it doesn't actually save time to just doing a giant jump. Yeah. So this is an area I like to call Sniper Alley. It's actually the term of it in a Spartan Ops mission, so that's why I call it. But we're just going to skip it. We're going to hit a load zone here. We need to make sure we hit that load zone. If we don't hit the load zone, we're not going to load a bunch of rocks that I'm going to need to jump onto later. But we're going to come back. Sniper Alley is termed Sniper Alley for a reason. There's a lot of snipers that kill you in 2 shots. So we're going to first climb up this wall by doing one of those super jetpack boosts. And we're going to jump across. This is an area that I always get people always coming to me asking, like, I don't get it. It doesn't work. I don't have these rocks here. And that's because they didn't go back and hit the load zone. So you got to make sure you hit that load zone. But basically it was spawn a rock. And then it's like, oh, hey, there's just no wall there. So, and it just so happens that it's at the end of the area I need to go to.
It's fun.
What a coincidence. So we skip the entirety of Sniper Alley.
We're entering the
Easy
Forerunner
every time.
structure.
Yeah. So coming up is one of the riskiest tricks, I think. One of the hardest tricks. It looks a lot easier, but I'll explain all the parts to it. So first off, there's an elevator there that we need to get into and write down. This only saves about 40 seconds. So, but basically I'm going to jetpack all the way up here, and I'm going to actually jump right out of the map. There's just a little hole right up here. I'm just going to jump right out. Now, I'm going to focus really quick here. This is one of the reasons I have subtitles on. All right, so I basically stand in an area, and then I stare at the doorway. I need the doorway to fully close, and I hear using a sound cue, which is the elevator going down, and Cortana's talking about the elevator down there. That's the reason I have subtitles on. If I don't get that, I actually messed up, and I won't be able to load the final part. Second part is I have to get into this room.
Good stuff.
Yeah, there you go. I have to get, it's the reason it's difficult is first off, you can't leave early. The second part is you only have about a 2-second window that if you don't get into that room, by the time it loads up, you are stuck outside the map. And basically, I'll either just have to revert to last save, which I'll have to try the trick again, or there's a small possibility I get back-to-back checkpoints right when I'm down there, and that will actually have to cause me to quit out to main menu to actually get back in because of just how this game works. This game has an interesting checkpoint system, which if I ever need to use it, I'll explain it. If not, it basically just has a soft lock safety feature where it's harder to soft lock these games because you can actually revert to 2 checkpoints back. As I said, I'll explain more of that if I need to use it. Which I found one area that I've now made a little bit more reliable because I get an extra checkpoint, so I felt a lot comfortable. There's a area coming up in a few levels that was probably the scariest thing for me to kind of work for. Because if it messes up, it's an instant 2-minute time loss for not doing much because a lot of it is just watching video and waiting for things to happen. So, anyways, we're Super Chief now. He's glowing. Story-wise, a Forerunner has unlocked a gene that was lying dormant in Chief, so he's no longer an ape. So we finally evolved into a human being. No, basically it's a gene that there's a weapon that the bad guy will use to destroy all of humanity. It no longer affects Chief. It doesn't do anything for the game. So I become Super Chief in no actual help to the game. It's complete story stuff.
I know that.
So
The librarian filled me in when she snatched me from the system.
alright, so we got this final part here.
What she did to you.
There's going to be 4 ghosts. I need to get one of them. This is an area that is just, I don't have any control of what happens. I can sprint in this white screen, but I have no control of what kind of happens. That was perfect. Okay, so not only did I get a ghost, so out of the 4 ghosts there are 2 that, there are 2 that when you get, if there is not anyone in the vehicle, so if I jump out of the vehicle, it will instantly blow up, which puts me to no health. I ended up grabbing one that gives me health. Hopefully, I didn't get a checkpoint, which worries me a little bit. But I'm gonna try and do a fast jump here. All right,
Good job.
All right, and see, that's why. But hopefully, typically because he started out like that, I can just get it every time. Let's see if we can get a checkpoint this time. I got an insta-wrecked by just that guy, so push up. But basically, there are 2 ghosts that explode, 2 ghosts that don't. I grabbed one that does not explode. So, you want to give me a checkpoint, man? All right, so we're gonna do a bit of safety strats here, actually. So,
Speaking of safety strats, I have a $1,000 anonymous donation with no comment.
Wow.
Nice lead in.
I'm just gonna start stepping on them.
Alright, so as I said, Covenant are terrible at making giant energy barriers that are supposed to block anyone from getting anywhere. Because this one, we're just going to jump right over. So we're just going to phase right through one and jump right over the other. So really good job on them. Whoever put those up, they deserve a medal as well.
They just don't understand human architecture, man. It's impossible.
They don't understand jetpacks.
Infinity, we're at the gravity well.
So this is the end of the mission. It's a very useful wall, as you can tell, as it was just guarding this, which is the target designator. Useful wall. Very useful placement. So that's just the end of that level. So we are going to get to the fastest mission in Halo 4. If you have seen any speedrun of any part of Halo 4, you probably know the trick coming up. It's one of the tricks that were discovered first in this game. And we still use it because this is one of the longer missions in the game. Basically how this mission works is there's 3 towers. You need to go to 2 of them to activate the 3rd tower. And you have to go through a gondola ride, which is basically an auto-scroller. It turns Halo into an auto-scroller. And then you also have to go through just kind of this weird room of a bunch of power cores that you have to run around and destroy. Now, I feel this was like... I think there is no reason why this should be in the game. So I feel it was put in purposely. I mean, it's like a backdoor entrance for game designers, and I think they just forgot to take it out, or they wanted to leave it in. I don't know. There's just so many reasons why this shouldn't work, but it does. So, but basically, you'll see it when I come up here. We're in a Pelican, which is the first time you drive a Pelican in a Halo game, and we're not even going to use it at all. So that's super useful. Yeah, we get apparently these Pelicans have a Spartan laser on it. I don't know. It has a giant machine gun and a spark laser.
Marking 2 of the
So,
larger facilities on
but
your
anyways, the 2 towers, as you see, are the objective markers. And then right where I'm shooting now, there's kind of like a black little hole. We actually can fit our Pelican right through that, and you'll see what happens when I actually get there. But so what happens is this giant metal plate that's kind of in the way is supposed to open up, and it reveals the doorway that you're supposed to go through. So, but I mean, this is again why I'll point out all the things of why this shouldn't work. First off, don't even know why they have a gap in the metal door here.
The doorway you're supposed to go through.
And then second off is there's another hole in another giant doorway. So there's just another hole that you can just jump through. And then third, the door opens for you. Like,
Excellent work. Great programming. Good stuff, 3.3.
and then all the loads work perfectly. So
Good skip.
I love it.
I don't know why that honestly, I don't know why that exists.
I was afraid you were going to miss it that time.
Next trick is actually a really cool trick. It may look a little bit confusing. You won't really know what happens because it's hard to see. But basically, first I'm going to delay a checkpoint and try and line myself up. But I'm going to sprint and I'm just going to boost. And as you see, that pillar underneath me, oh, I got that first try, baby.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
alrighty.
Good. That's real good.
There we go.
Ooh, there it is.
All right.
Can't get better than that.
So that skips that entire room, and there's supposed to be 2 more big blue guys that come out of that lift and shut the lift off. We don't have to deal with them because we just skip loading them. But basically what happens is I had the pillar hit me, and it just launched me across the room.
That is much harder than it looks, I assure you.
Yeah, that is a trick I have probably, total life of playing this game, I probably just sat there doing that trick for at least 15 hours, just practicing, trying to get it consistent. So that was really good. Then this room was just made to run through. And as long as we don't get sniped somehow by a fuel rod, that's that entire level. We're done. We now just have a little bit of time. We just plug Cortana in, wait a second, and we're good. So you probably got a little time for a few donations here.
We got $100 from Anonymous is saying, Wing is evil and wants to kill the animals. I've got $200 from your biggest fans, your biggest four-legged fans that are your dogs.
Nice. Thanks, doggies.
I've got a $103.43 that says, another great Halo round at HDQ. Kill the animals.
Wait, across them?
I have, anyone who's wondering, I have 2 blue healers back home.
There
So apparently they donated. I don't know where they got the money. Probably stole it from me or
Where
something.
do you post for
Forgot about
that?
how they did it.
One shot at
Where'd they get the money from?
Yeah, I don't know.
this.
Took it out of my piggy bank.
Go!
I was a 418. The record for that level is I think it's 4 minute flat or sub 4 minutes, and it's ridiculous.
I'll look it up.
That is the hardest mission. Hey, there we go. See, just looking up records right here. Perfect. But it's
Shoutouts to HaloRuns.com.
yeah, you have to have these perfect movements.
say
You
Halo.
jump out of the Pelican, jump right through the doorways, get perfect launches. It's not fun to grind that mission for a record. So
I've got $20 that say, did somebody say HaloRuns.com?
never. No one has ever said HaloRuns.com in their life.
I have a bad memory. I don't remember.
All right, so this is the area that I was a little bit worried with. So there's a checkpoint that I can get here that I'll see if it'll work. It probably won't give it to me. Oh, it gave it to me! Yay! But basically, if I died, I'd have to go back and watch that video again. So second part, I need to jump all the way across, which I can just get shot off of that. And then I'm going to take out 3 of these enemies here. Activate the button. Kill a turret, and then I'm gonna quickly run all the way back, and I can actually get a checkpoint right there. And that's what I actually just found out that you can do here. I actually like ran around a bit while I was at the event, trying to figure out. Ooh. All right, so the reason why this is really worrisome is not so much if I die, it's more this guy right here, who apparently
And where
doesn't
he
want to take
does.
any damage.
Just to let you know, that shutdown world record is a 411.
411? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. A lot higher than I thought. Anyways, though, I got an energy sword and concussion rifle. The concussion rifle is the most necessary weapon. You'll see. I'm gonna do a little parkour strat. Get that. Yeah, baby.
Nice.
Excellent work.
That's a really, there were me and a guy named Bad Monsters who are, I think, the only two runners that actually use that path right now. Because people don't like doing that trick. It's kind of rough. So now that I have a sword, which was awesome, I also got a sword. But they just insta-killed giant blue dudes again. So we'll just have to run by and hit their soft fleshy part. So, but yeah, there was a strong risk of, the reason why you want checkpoints is there's a risk that you can, you'll kill the guy who's carrying the concussion rifle and he'll just drop it off the map. And sometimes when you like shoot to break his shield with the sticky bomb that I shot at him, they'll just slide off the map for no reason. They just have no friction and just fly off the map, and then you lose it. And it's an instant, like, minute-and-a-half time loss. So, and there's a lot of times there's nothing I can do about it other than just kind of hope it doesn't happen. So it's good that we found checkpoints, and of course, now that I got the checkpoints, so of course I didn't need it. That's how Halo runs work. If you get a checkpoint, you're not gonna need the checkpoint. So.
Halo games are atrociously bad with checkpoints.
What was that?
All right, so this is why, even more, why you're gonna see why we need this. So as you can tell, we're just out of the map again.
The station should be equipped with outer turrets.
Sorry, I didn't tell you guys, so you couldn't really, but you didn't donate to save the Marine. So there's one of the AIs here. He basically, that console that I just stuck there, there's a Marine that he basically needs to open the door for me. But we just blew him up. That's him. We just blew him up because it opens the door faster if we blow him up. So
It's not a Halo run
sorry.
if you don't kill Marines to go
Yeah.
faster.
Teammates are in Halo are just known to not help you at all. All right, so we're gonna do the cool way to get back in the map because it's all about looking cool. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna come over here. We're gonna hit trigger a load zone, and then we're just gonna jump off the map.
Oh,
Bye
okay.
world.
Oh, okay.
And now we're just here. I have no idea why that happens, but you just get teleported over here now, over to where you need to go, basically. I think it actually has partially to do with. Oh, actually, I could have just done that. Partially to do with how co-ops, it like auto teleports you to certain parts when certain load zones are hit in co-op. And I think it's the same thing. But another area that we're just gonna pop ourselves right out of the map, as you can tell, really good at making barriers.
Ceilings are also
And then we're just gonna jump right here and teleport back in. So, but those are what I call the double airlock skip. Both of those airlocks are kind of a hold off where it's kind of fun because enemies are coming through this airlock system and you can push a button and just send them out of the airlock. So just suck them out into space. So, but obviously that takes a while. So sadly, not doing that. But concussion rifle has served its purpose.
Online now.
We give it our love to it, and now we just got the last area, which is another kind of wave fight area.
Meet us back
So,
on the upper platform, and we'll help you get it to the artifact.
all right.
If we pull this off.
But I didn't talk about the thruster bag I have. Basically the armor ability I'm using is you're seeing me kind of go into this third-person mode, and you like get a jet stream, go fast like a jet. And basically what it is if you played Halo 5, they have it. Halo Reach had something called the evade. They're kind of the same principle where basically it's just a quick burst of speed in whatever direction I send it in. So I can, all right, we're gonna actually play it safe here and just wait for a checkpoint. Oh, hi, don't like your scary knife blade. But yeah, so basically I can use it to like dodge enemy shots, but it also adds a bit of, it helps save a bit of time because I can carry that momentum. We explain muscle running, but basically you have no air, there's not really any air friction in this game, so jumping while in midair you don't really slow down, so we can basically carry that momentum. Now this is an interesting area. A really awesome guy, Wonderland TV. He actually got into basically the scripts of this game and was able to get scripts for every single Halo game. They've proved to be useful to. I don't know how many tricks have really been found specifically because of it, but there's been a lot of like more. We understand the game a lot more of kind of how the areas work and stuff. Like this area, basically how it works, it's a wave fight, but the next wave spawn is dependent on how many enemies are alive right now. So and it changes. So like. Ooh, I said, like, kind of messed that one up. But basically, the most optimal way to do it is know exactly how many enemies you need to kill in each wave. You then, so the second part of it, though, is you need to hit a load zone, and the load zone won't activate if you're in combat. So you want to clear out the exact amount of enemies to have the minimum amount to spawn the next wave, and then you kind of go, you put yourself behind a rock or something so that you're not getting shot at and you're not shooting, so you can activate the next wave while you're about to go take care of the rest of the enemies. So it's a really difficult area to do optimally. This world record. There's the world record holder just grinded so hardcore to try and make the record on this very difficult to get, and it is, because not only do you have like perfect movement at the beginning that you need, you also need to have this amazing wave fight that needs to happen. So, but that's how a lot of records are, to be honest. Certain records, people like to just take it and they hold it, so they grind it until it's almost perfect. So. All right. So right here, basically a bunch of Banshees. Optionally, as I said, to kill the right amount of enemies to like spawn the rest of it, which after this wave I actually don't need to kill any more enemies. There's one wave that they all just blow themselves up. You'll see it, I'll show it. It looks really funny. So, but you kill 3 Banshees and then you hide under the bridge for a checkpoint, and that will again load up the next wave of enemies. So I'm gonna try and make sure I don't get Banshee bombed, but I gotta make sure I don't fall off this ramp either. So, anyways though, that's pretty much it. We are now just gonna hide in a corner here, watch these guys here. So a bunch of grunts are gonna jump out suiciding. They're just gonna blow up. They're just gone. Bye guys.
See you.
Good job.
Peace.
Really good drop shit there.
You got
so, but now we're just. We actually got a big wait time. Now that happens, we're actually just the end game timer is set. We just now hang around until a door opens. I didn't actually try and do a trick. There's a trick that I can clip through this building right here and actually save a little time. Oops, some of them made it through. Some of you actually know how to jump out of dropships. All right. As I said, didn't really matter. It's on a timer anyways. So.
Head back
But
to the elevator platform.
Right now, we are just gonna go chill out in a room for 2 minutes while we get a bunch of story stuff happen. Yay, story. But you're just gonna see me waste all my ammo. There's no reason for it. It just gives me something to do. Jump around, do a whole bunch of things. Watch grenades disappear. I can make a grenade disappear. You ready? Abracadabra! Whoa!
Magic.
But this is a really good time for donations, so I'm just going to be messing around in here. So
I've got $100 from Evolutions fan saying, "Hello HGQ, this marathon has been absolutely amazing. Must raise awareness to the Trouble King dance instead of in Shovel Knight. Come one, come all. Mortals worldwide must behold this legendary spectacle." I've got $75 from Too Much Flash saying, "Halo is love, Halo is life. Let's beat cancer together. Money goes towards Joker's choice."
Is Pokemon Blue met yet?
Cortana, I need that info.
We'll do Pokemon Blue. If it hasn't been met yet, we'll do that again.
Don't think about the Didad. Don't think about
Weapons, scavenge the field. There's no weapons.
Tilson.
Any help? I'm out.
Tilson. Sandra Kay. Female.
Yeah, so Cortana's basically gone crazy. Story mode, she's deteriorating as an AI. She's been in service too long. So now she's just going psycho.
Signature
so
stable on 350.
Chief's got to deal with that while trying to save the world.
Thank you, Cortana.
It's a lot of stress.
Nah, he's got this.
No, I mean, Cortana's got a lot of stress.
That was a really good composer, actually. That being sub 1130 is really, really awesome. That's a really good composer. So, but that's it. That's the end. We are now on the final mission. As soon as video starts. Thank you.
Hello.
Oh, I didn't think about it, but I could have potentially soft-locked the game earlier because I skipped a video too quickly. Luckily, that did not happen. I didn't actually think about it at the time. But this is Midnight. Fun fact for you, a lot of people don't know. This game, the first level of this game is called Dawn, and the last level of the game is called Midnight.
That's witty.
Whoa.
I see what they did.
Crazy, mind blown. So,
Give that rider a raise.
alright, so hey, look, more good collision.
Oh man.
Um,
Out of bounds again.
We're out.
Look at that.
So, right now, we basically just have 2 minutes of flying. What we're going to do is we need to basically trigger load zones in an order. And this basically skips the Star Wars. We're in Star Wars now. Star Wars, and you'll actually see, we're actually going to become Wonder Woman's ship in a little bit here. So, and you'll get it when it happens. But yeah, we have to just trigger 3 load zones. And it just basically skips the Star Wars part where you have to fly through a tunnel system and to get to the end, and things are like closing in on you, shooting at you.
That's silly.
So, but yeah, we're just not going to do that. We're just going to fly across. And while I do this, I want to mention a thing I was doing in my stream. So,
Now we're Wonder Woman.
I can be a very vulgar gamer. I swear quite a lot in my stream. I've tried to cut back on as much as I can. And to help me do that and be prepared, so have I sworn at all during this run? Anyone know? No?
Once.
Sweet. Mission accomplished. Basically, what I was doing in my stream is I had a swear jar where basically whenever I swore, my mods would add a tick to a swear jar. And however many swears we did for about the last month and a half before AGDQ, whatever I had by the end of it, I would donate that amount of money to AGDQ on top of what I already had a little bit planned. So, in a month and a half, I swore 250 times on stream. So I will be donating, after this run, I've already got it set up, I will be donating $250 for my vulgarity.
Wow.
And if anyone's been keeping track of my deaths, I will also donate $5 for however many deaths I got to.
It's been about 20.
So, all right, so we'll see how happens at midnight. All right, so basically what just happened... All right, well,
That's one.
what just happened
There
is
you
we
go, there's one right
exploded.
Enjoy your $5.
But basically, there's a checkpoint there that's really nice. But this is kind of the fast way to go back inbounds. There's a few ways to do it. But I did a way that we basically skip the animation of this. And there's a checkpoint and a load zone. I need to trigger both of those. If I don't get one of them, I will actually soft lock this area. And if I don't get the checkpoint, I go all the way back to the beginning of the flying part. So we really didn't want that to happen. So that's really awesome that it didn't. But yeah, as I said, I'll donate another 5 for it, however many deaths I had, which I haven't been keeping track. We'll see how midnight goes. This mission is the worst thing in the world. It has killed a just unimaginable amount of world record runs, things like that, because we basically just run through and pray that we make it. And praying for good luck is not exactly the best speedrun strategy. So I've done a few little tweaks to the route to make it so that it's not as risky. But there's a few areas where there's really no better way to do it other than run through and hope we make it. Like, there's no real good way to kill the enemies in the area. So,
I know. I'm
yeah.
supposed to know what to do.
Basically, normally if this is a world record run, I would just run through all these enemies and I would actually just ignore them.
Know what to do.
Alright, so, but basically this will help get checkpoints throughout. We're going to throw a few holograms. Let's get the, perfect. Alright, melee, and then I think I got, perfect. This is actually exactly what I wanted to happen.
Easy
Get that,
Easy.
and then All right, so those were trying to spawn enemies. Now, I don't actually get a checkpoint here, so there's still a chance. There's one enemy in this area. He's got a giant shotgun. That is the thing that kills you the most here. But first try. There we go.
Easy.
Awesome. It's so miserable to go through a run on world record pace, go through that room, and just get blown apart by one shot. And then, and I say blown apart because the weapon literally disintegrates you, and it disintegrates your dreams. So you're just gone. Anyways, though, we still got a few rough parts. I mean, this entire mission as a whole can be rough. Checkpoints aren't always the nicest. We're gonna try and get as many as we can. So. But basically saying basically a whole bunch, so
I wasn't going to tell you
grammar's
about
really
it.
good.
I was going to let it just happen.
I'm sure I've said it a lot.
I mean, basically.
I say, man. All right, but Cortana is trying to try and get us to where the Didact is right now, because again, he's trying to destroy the world. We might have a death here, because I might just get killed by too many bullets in my face.
Oh my. What a save.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so now we got a gravity hammer. Shout out to the Griffball community. But we got hey man, that's the large thing I used to do. This is the only time in the game you see a gravity hammer. Now, gravity hammer has a special property. I mentioned earlier that whenever you're getting shot, you get slowed down when sprinting. You are no longer at sprint speed. The gravity hammer and the sword are the two weapons that actually bypass that rule, where getting shot while carrying a gravity hammer or sword out will not actually slow you down. So we can use that to basically go faster. Okay. Pick the card. Checkpoints, yay. I'm sure I had a million other things I want to say, but hey man, I don't remember them. Words and stuff. Alright, so we're gonna enter the Great Crawler Alley. Now this is an area.
Where are you?
Alright, don't get sniped, don't get sniped. Oof, baby.
That was close.
So, again, because I'm using that's one of the more worrisome parts. That guy's gun insta-kills me. All it has to do is hit me once. And I died by one, actually, on the third mission, if you saw that. But there's no good way to kill him. So I have to basically just charge him in a diagonal manner, because he's less likely to hit me that way. And hope that he doesn't hit me, which got lucky there. So now we're just basically going to spawn kill a bunch of enemies. And by standing here, it's actually a really cool feature. They actually have a faster way to do this area in the game, where basically, because I'm standing here, again, Cortana's going crazy, and she's trying to open up a portal for me. But because I'm standing down here near where the portal is, she, once the next enemy starts spawning, there's a bunch of enemies that are spawning over there, but normally you would have to kill them all. But because I'm standing over here, Cortana thinks I'm going to leave her, so she actually activates her pedestal to go get her quicker, because she's worried that you're going to leave without her. So I think it's just a cool feature that I thought was really cool to have in the game. So you didn't really hear it, but you'll sometimes hear an audio. I got a checkpoint, so okay, but looks like they didn't do too much damage anyways. Oof. All right, so now we are pretty much in the clear. We got what they call the 3 towers, which can be a difficult area, but done a lot of routing to hopefully make that not so difficult. But yeah, so she basically activated that pedestal earlier than I'm supposed to. Instead of clearing out all the enemies, she activates it early because she doesn't want to get left behind.
Get over there.
It's sweet.
Can barely.
I would have left her behind. If she opened the portal, I would have left her behind, but she didn't. So.
You're a speedrunner. You just have to go fast.
Yeah, sorry, Cortana. Leaving you behind.
Chief,
Nothing personal.
once that warhead is primed,
All right.
the window for
So
getting
entering the last area, love the look of this place. I think it's very beautiful. And we're going to get a beautiful view of Earth. Earth!
Mono Earth.
World Recce, right? That's what that means? Guaranteed?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's a promise.
Right?
There
we got
it
the
is.
moon. So, but anyways, we're just flying through the air right now. Cortana, low gravity right now for whatever reason. Also a lift that just takes us all the way here. Now, if you play this game, the 3 towers is probably an area that you were not very not the most enjoyable. It kind of just throws a very... Halo at the end of their games love to throw just a ridiculous amount of enemies at you and just are like, yeah, you just go deal with them now. So we're gonna have to deal with a whole bunch. Now, one thing you notice is I kept frag grenades. I'm carrying frag grenades on me. And I haven't used it throughout the level. I used a pulse grenade to blow up an explosive barrel so the enemies wouldn't accidentally blow it up and blow me up with it. But we got frag grenades, and that will actually allow us to do a little jump up to skip the bottom floor of the towers, which, man, casual playthroughs, I think anyone would have loved to have those. So, but yeah, we're just gonna jump right up here, get up here. Now wait for our shields to come back. Now we're gonna go hide. So we got a whole bunch of guys to take care of. So we do need to take care of a bunch of enemies here. Oh, ow, ow, no, hide. Nice doggy. Snuck up on me. Hello?
Hi.
Where are all the enemies at? Please show your face.
Over there.
Thanks, man. Thanks for letting me know. Where's the watcher at? Oh, yeah, there's that shield I was talking about. Hadn't really seen it till then, so... Alright, so I'm gonna actually... Alright. This guy's got a giant cannon. I'm gonna run that way, so he just barely misses me. Alright.
Oh, jeez.
Come here. No, don't go down there. Alright, hey, oh wait. Activate the console. If you're gonna run away all the time, I'll take it. Normally you have to kill them before the console activates. And I got the giant cannon that the knight dropped. I actually ended up getting. Super useful. I don't have to actually do kind of a backup strat. I basically have the max amount. I'm gonna get the max amount of ammo that I can have in the cannon, which allows the third tower to go very, very smooth. So we're gonna grab that. So there is one of the cannons were actually in those ammo crates right there. So, and we get to just skip the second tower. But this is when we just gotta snipe a bunch of knights and stuff. Get a checkpoint. Alright. Grenade, jump it. Ooh, crawlers, please don't. Alright, sweet. Alright, so I'm just gonna use this to pick apart each one of these. We used to have this, when we start, first, we used to only use this cannon, like in that armory room where I got the gravity hammer. We used to just pick up the cannon, and that's all we used for the area but once we started using the gravity hammer, because it's faster by like a minute at least, we had to find a way to kill the enemies in that area, and we were trying to do these crazy backsmacks on enemies that hadn't spawned yet and things like that work maybe 33% of the time because they just kind of backsmack doesn't work as well. So we had to just find a better way to do each area, and it slowly just improved. So that was a really good 3 towers. By the way, time check. 1. Wow. Okay.
Hey, not bad.
That was a lot better than I thought, to be honest. So that's basically the end of the game. We have 3 more enemies to take care of. I got a checkpoint. Worst record I've ever lost in this game. World record pace right here. I end up missing one of these shots, and the guy does a thing where he basically slams on the ground and insta-kills you. I go all the way back to before that tower. Instant loss. It was the most upsetting world record because that's it. I'm done basically. So now all we're gonna do is because I'm done playing at this point. We're just gonna toss this to the game swag. He's gonna do the rest of it. So
This is not a co-op run.
I give up on the run.
There is a frame perfect trick coming up.
Frame perfect trick.
Yep.
Hardest boss fight in any game ever. You'll see it. He has to first climb up by holding the forward, and then he's got to spam the left trigger like crazy.
I've got $50 from Crinkle Style. Says $50 for the guy on the couch in the Patriots jersey. Sorry I didn't catch his name. Donations goes to his choice.
It's Game Swag with 2 S's.
What's your game choice?
My choice is the Tutu sound for Diablo. get ready on time as soon as we hit this button.
Yep, time is going to be up here in about 15 seconds.
Again, I
So,
must reiterate, this is frame perfect.
hardest boss fight ever. And time is
Take a moment.
on. Now. Final time?
134 even.
2-player,
Wow.
1 controller, world record.
That's
World record, right there.
wow, that's really good. So average run for me is about a 136. So that was a really good run, and that was looked like a 14-minute midnight, which getting that level as clean as it was awesome. So awesome run actually.
What was the time?
134 flat.
Wow.
So now I'll let it play for a little bit, watching Cortana disappear, and it's all very emotional and sad, and everyone will be crying by the end of it. So
I'm ready crying.
But mono waifu.
I'm crying inside.
is there any other donations you'd like to read?
I'm the
I should probably hear.
strangest thing you've seen
I've got
today.
$117 from Mr. Monopoly saying, good run so far. Wish I could have made it to AGDQ this year.
did it.
Did somebody say
Just like I
HaloRuns.com?
always do.
We love you, Mono. We
Thank you,
miss
Mono.
Shout outs to Mono.
That beast. We miss you here as well.
Thank you for not quitting your
So
job
how
this
do we
year.
get out of here?
I'm not coming with you this time.
Oh, what a shame.
What?
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 Most of me is down there.
What?
I only held enough back to get you off the
I've got
ship.
$66.66
That's
that
not
says, hey
true. We
Joker,
go together.
Guarkill here.
Ah,
Good luck,
Guar.
you sexy thing, you.
Yeah,
Can I
you're a
get
sexy,
everybody in the
beautiful
room
person,
to
too.
yell Joker as loud as they can
I am
on
not
3,
leaving you here.
2, 1.
Joker!
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Gore. You're beautiful and sexy, and I love you too.
It's so long to do that.
Oh, touching. Chest plate touches.
It was
They're
my
my favorite
job to take
touches.
care of you.
We were supposed to take care of each other. And we did.
Got $100 from Kraken that says, another year, another donation from me. Love watching all the GDQ marathons every time they come around. Keep it up, guys.
Cortana,
I was a little bit sad nothing funny happened during the run. During practice, my last practice run, I plasma pistol a Banshee out of the air, and it just, I looked away, and then it just came down and crashed into me. Just out of midair.
Yeah, you got splattered pretty good there.
It's really good.
I thought it was pretty interesting. You died 4 times on the first level.
Yeah, that was a
pretty
good,
good.
it was a good start to the run.
Good start. Not too
And
bad.
sad face, everything collapses because nuclear explosions. So that is going to be it. 14-13. Really awesome midnight. So there you go. That would be Halo 4. I can't get out to menu. All right, we're just going to do this instead.
Really good run.
Wouldn't let me get out of menu. Perfect.
All right.